What's going on, you Pokemon Savages? Welcome to another video of Savage Rips. Today we're going to talk about Perfect Order a few days after release, and the entire internet is losing their mind over if this is a good set or not. So let's talk about it. All right, real quick. Again, we've had this set for a little bit over a week before official release. We opened up 2 booster box cases live on stream. Join me over on TikTok, Savage Rips over there. And the 2 cases that we had were not bad. We actually had seen 3 SIRs out of 1 case, which is normal. At the tail end of Scarlet and Violet into the Mega Block now, about 3 SIRs per case. The second case, however, ended up having 4 SIRs and the Gold Zygarde. I don't know if that was just a one-shot deal, a cracked box, a cracked case, you can call it. However, that is a lot of hits per booster box. This set, we've been saying it on the Savage Pokepod. You can go back and watch some of the videos on my page here. Coda Collects and I do a podcast weekly. We upload them onto my channel. Check them out. But this set, we've been saying, is obviously not the greatest set. There isn't a huge chase per se in like a Charizard or a Lucario, where you're going to run and chase that. Mega Gengar, the Dragonite, and Ascended Heroes. Those sets have really popular Pokemon in that special illustration rare slot that bring all collectors from all over to chase those cards. This set, however, has the Zygarde. And I don't know, I've never played Legends EA. I wasn't in the hobby when Zygarde came out. However, the artwork, after I pulled it in Japanese and in English, the card looks stunning. So we can't really, I mean, obviously art is subjective. Everyone feels a certain way about art, but the cards themselves, I mean, I got to say, they're not that bad. However, there's nothing that's going to fetch this $800 price tag on a Charizard or this $1,000 plus price tag on the Mega Gengar. And I think it's even going to make those card prices go up even more because people aren't going to be looking at this set as much, and they're going to be chasing those sets even more, which will then drive that price up. Now, let's go over to the singles real quick in perfect order, because I honestly don't think it deserves all the hate, because this set is good for somebody. Now, if you're a collector in the sense of master setting cards, this set is a godsend for you. Not only is it a small set where I think it's 120-ish cards maybe total. It's 88 cards actually in the total, plus the variants, the reverse holo variants and all that. So it's a relatively small set for you to collect. I'm going to do a master set of this with my kids. I'm choosing to do it because I wanted to do Ascended, but there's no shot that I was going to get all the different variants and all the different SIRs in that set at a reasonable rate. So I'm going to go for this set. Now, you look at the top chase here. It is the Mega Zygarde, Mega Ultra Rare. So we're calling it the MURs. At $186. Now, this is essentially at release. I'm recording this video on Monday, just released officially on Friday. Prices already have started to come down. They will come down more from here. But you look at these cards. The Meowth is the second top card in the set by about $25. You can see over the Zygarde. So again, that's that Gen 1 tax that I'm always talking about in these sets. Gen 1 Pokemon definitely hold a grasp on the collector side. You know, you got the collectors that were collecting from way back that have a connection with these cards. And I also have a connection with those Pokemon. Whereas Clefairy is like my top chase in this set. Ever since we saw the card on Poke Beach and then pulled it in Japanese and now pulling it in English, it's still a beautiful card that people absolutely love. Again, Clefairy being that Gen 1 is going to pull people in. Now, we do have Starmie's a Gen 1, Clefable's a Gen 1, but you have their mega forms. Mega Starmie is getting absolutely torn up with the Patrick meme. Someone in the Discord actually posted that in there, and it's hysterical. It's actually Patrick, so the Starmie is pinkish with the Patrick shorts on. Absolutely hysterical. But the Clefable, again, you know, the Mega Pokemon do get a lot of hate because of what Pokemon is trying to do to differentiate those from the actual Pokemon itself. So, you know, take that how you will. Mega Clefable, you know, with these things off the top of the head, You know, some people like it, some people don't. Mega Dragonite actually got a lot of hate as well, but they've done a really good job at hiding those head wings on the cards. I think that card's actually my favorite SIR in Ascended Heroes. I absolutely love it. But then, yeah, just clicking on this Zygarde real quick. Again, not knowing anything about Zygarde, Coda actually explained to me what these other parts are on the top, and then you have Zygarde in the middle here. Honestly, the card has beautiful colors. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Similar to the Gengar, the Mega Gengar. I just love the colors on that card, as well as Gengar's menacing look. But Zygarde here, just front and center. Colors are absolutely stunning. And this Rosa, which is this is the only card that we've not pulled yet live on my stream. So whoever pulls this card is going to get a free Perfect Order ETB. But the Rosa is actually really cool. You also got a little secret Pikachu, not a secret, but there's a Pikachu head on this ice cream stack right here. So you can see that there. Rosa was definitely the biggest chase, I believe, when Nullifying Zero, the Japanese counterpart of this, came out. So, you know, it's holding up a bit here. Let me switch this over to near mint. I don't think it's going to do that big of a difference. Obviously, you can see these big steep drops here. Pre-release pricing, I'm not sure. You know, 1 sold, 30 sold at 100, and then now it's down to 80, 85, and they're selling more now at this price point. I guess people just want to collect them early, and maybe some of these people are doing the grade play, and they're trying to, you know, get them graded. I'm not sure why people chase these cards so early, but you can just, as you scroll down here, there's not much after this. Jacinthe is an SIR as well, and that is after the Clefairy illustration rare. And then after that, you've got that popular Pokepad full art, which came out the gate in Ascended Heroes and just like tore it up as far as price point. Very, very popular as a playable card. And then you got the Meowth full art. This Meowth and the SIR, they just look too similar. I wish they would have done something where Meowth was actually in a scene, and we were really like, couldn't believe that we were getting, again, this is Coda and I talking on the podcast, that we were getting another Meowth card. We've got a really cool style, design style Meowth in the Destined Rivals, and then we're getting another Meowth here. So I'm like, all right, someone must really like Meowth over at Pokemon, but at least put it in like a scene, not just like standing with like this background type thing. But again, that's fine. You got your Rosa's full art, and then you go into the full arts. Now, illustration rares. Obviously, the Clefairy, my top chase. I do love the Rowlet. I also love the Dedenne, the Aurorus. Pulling these cards and actually looking at them really makes me appreciate them more. And that's what I feel like people should be able to do with a set like this. It's not like you're going to be chasing something and being able to flip it for $1,000 tomorrow. This set is not for you. That set is going to be Ascended Heroes. That set's going to be Phantasmal Flames with the Charizard. This set is for people that are looking to collect cards. They want to do master sets. They love the illustration rares. They love the SIRs. Whatever they decide that they like from this set, go for it, because this should be a reasonably priced set. We're starting to see them shift now. Booster boxes will come down. ETBs hopefully will come down, and you'll start to see this set now being ripped. However, the other side of it, the other argument to this, you can say, is that people will start to see this on shelves and in their own head say, well, it doesn't seem like anyone really wants these. Neither do I. Why do I want this if no one else wants it? I think we got to start to get away from that mindset where I only want it because someone else does, because we see it time and time again. Once something starts to run up, all the eyeballs go to it, and then everyone's like, shit, I could have got, it's actually happening to Phantasmal Flames right now. Maybe we'll take a look at it, but people start to look at things and they're like, it's too expensive, or nah, I have time to buy it. And then they don't have time to buy it. And then before you know it, things start to go up. And then they're trying to chase something that's more than what they would have paid. Go into this set, trying obviously with anything. Anytime someone comes into my live stream and says, what set should I rip? I go, if you can find anything at MSRP, go for it. That's where you should really start. However, here are some cheaper sets that you'll be able to find on the secondary market. Some stuff that I don't have. I don't really keep a lot of older stuff. I've been pushing people towards Journey Together because that's kind of like a relatively cheaper price per pack. But yeah, I mean, this set is good for some people. And it's not good for other people because it depends on what your goal is in this hobby. Do you want to constantly have stuff, high value stuff to flip? That's not for you. Do you want to have stuff where you can casually open, rip with friends, and if you pull something nice, cool. If not, it'll go in a binder, it'll be traded, whatever. This set's for you. And I think that's a good set. That's a good thing to have in this current market where things are just absolutely always going up, which is what it seems. And, you know, you feel like you can't collect or you can't trade or you can't buy because of those prices. Let me look at Phantasmal Flames real quick. Guys, this is crazy. I haven't even looked at it. $355 for a booster box of Phantasmal Flames. Let's look at the 1 month just to see. $318, last sold $375 in a month. And this is the second newest main set before Perfect Order. We were talking about this on the podcast where when you start to see sets that people don't really want, you're going to see people go to the older sets and try to open those up, whether they were mastering them and they're getting back to it, or the value of them are starting to go up. So like, oh, maybe if I could pull this chase card or whatever, I could flip it and do this and that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But Phantasmal Flames taking off is absolutely insane. And that is kind of the purpose of this video here today. If you want to get stuff that has high value, Perfect Order is not for you. Who knows? Obviously, things over time, we've seen it time and time again. Pokemon stuff goes up in price over time. You're not going to see it happen immediately with Perfect Order. It's just not it. So just a little lesson. There's a place for everybody in this hobby. You want to invest in this hobby, this is a place for you as well. You buy the stuff, you wait 5 years, and then you sell it, or you wait longer and then you sell it. You want to collect stuff, you can open this set and do a master set, chase the bigger cards that you like, trade the other cards, sell off your bulk, whatever it may be. You want to do your master set? Go ahead. You want to invest in it? Go ahead. There's a place for everybody in here, and we shouldn't really start to look around and be like, yep, it's your fault that this is happening. It's this person's fault. It's that group's fault. There's a place for everybody. The TCG players are going to love this. There's a lot of playable cards here that they'll be able to get for lower price points and do their decks that way. Master setters will be able to get all the stuff that they need to complete this master set rather quickly. And I think that this set for the quick flippers, not going to work. The people that are chasing high value, it's not going to work. So that's okay. The point of that is it's okay to have this. I think Ninja Spinner is going to be a little bit better than this, but again, very small set. Not that many cards in the set. I think Greninja is a much bigger chase Pokemon, a popular Pokemon rather, a bigger chase card. The card art is phenomenal. Pulled 1 in Japanese, pulled the gold card in Japanese as well. I think it's better. That's my opinion, but I still think it's not going to drive a crazy demand like we saw out the gate for Mega Base, for Phantasmal Flames, Ascended Heroes. It's not. And that could be what we need with Ascended Heroes trickling out. And maybe that was their plan all along. Who knows? Pokemon doesn't know what the hobby is going to be like. However, they know that they're releasing a set like Ascended Heroes with God packs, with a chase, a Mega Dragonite, a Mega Gengar, a Charizard Gold, a Dragonite Gold. They know they're putting these cards in the set. 2 Pikachus, Lily's Clefairy, a Mewtwo. There's no way they didn't think that set was going to be a banger. So to have this smaller sets with a little bit, ease of master setting and all that kind of stuff, and then trickling out the banger along the way, it kind of helps with the market. People want to get more expensive stuff, they can. People want to get the cheaper stuff, they can. That's my opinion. Again, the point of this video is Perfect Order is not for everybody. If you fit into the categories that I listed earlier and you like them and you like the set, you can. And if you fit in the categories I listed earlier that you don't like the set, that's okay too. Catch the Savage Pokepod. We're going to be putting that up later this week. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.